ladies, it's Angela here. For those of you that don't know me, I am a functional health practitioner and I have been working in the area of women's health for over 20 years. And I have a passion for helping females just like you uncover the root cause of your hormone imbalance symptoms so that you can learn how to rebalance your hormones naturally and feel better as you move towards that transition to menopause and beyond for years and years to come. You don't have to suffer. You don't have to continuously feel like symptoms are coming up over and over again. They're getting worse as you move closer to menopause and possibly into it. And you feel like there's just no way out. You may feel like you're having to stop things at your work. You're having to slow down on things that you like to do socially. You might feel like you're kind of in a cocoon in your home, just suffering with symptoms. It could be that bad. I've definitely worked with women that feel like they have basically felt like they've had to stop their entire life because of their hormone imbalance symptoms. And you really don't have to suffer that way. There is ways to get the answers to your health. And I hope by providing you with this information that I will also provide some inspiration for you to really learn how to just take charge of your health and know that there is something you can do. So today I want to talk about something that I know is quite common for women, especially as they move towards and into that transition into menopause. And that is that feeling of low motivation, feeling just that lack of life luster and ability to get things done. Like you're just feeling like things that you may have used to enjoyed in life. It might have been tasks that you did at home or at work or socially with others. They're just not bringing you that much joy anymore. And you're feeling quite flat and you're wondering why, because nothing has really changed in your life except for the changes in your hormones and that transition towards and possibly into menopause. So you may be stuck wondering, what could you do? Is the only thing that you could look at this point hormone replacement therapy? You may or may not want to go that route. You may want some more options or just understanding of what the best thing could be for you. And so what really is the solution to this feeling of feeling low, flat, not motivated, and just not enjoying your life as much as you would have hoped? There is many things that can be done. The first step is to understand the root cause of where this could be coming from. And although this is a symptom that many women can suffer from as they move towards and into that transition into menopause, it can happen for females at various different points in life. So it's not always necessarily going to be related to the hormone shifts and changes. But for many women, as the female sex hormones and male hormones lower, they do notice this more commonly. What are the root causes of this? Often what happens as the hormones lower is we do have what I would call backup systems in the body that actually do allow our body to, and our brain, to compensate for the lowering sex hormones. And with this brain compensation, we should actually start to feel, even though there are some changes that do come along with hormone shifts and declining sex hormones, we should start to feel that there is this compensation mechanism kicking in, meaning we may feel that our sex life is not feeling quite as active as it once was, or it just may not feel like there is as much libido or sex drive as there used to be, but you really should still have some, unless there are big imbalances in your body. There really should still be some motivation, joy, energy, ability, and that want and desire to get things done in your life. It's not going to be just about the lowering sex hormones that's causing these symptoms. So what is it? So very, very commonly what I have seen with women is there are other imbalances going on in the body combined with the lowering hormones. And it's this combination that can cause some of these symptoms. The root cause of where some of those symptoms come from having kind of that lack of luster for life in general, low motivation, could also pair up with low libido and other symptoms, but just lack of joy, enjoyment in life, enjoyment with intercourse, ability to actually have that drive to want to have intercourse. And very, very commonly, it is tied into having imbalances in our liver and our gut health, believe it or not. Very often we have over our lifetime a buildup of different bacteria, toxins, viral loads, toxins from our environment that just come in on a daily basis that we don't necessarily feel in our bodies. But over time, we do get a buildup of some toxins in our system over 10, 20, 30, 40 years. You may be over 50, could be over 50 years. And what can happen with this toxic load or burden in our bodies? And there is ways to measure for this. So when I work with women, I do make sure that we understand your primary symptoms and that we are measuring and checking for things like this. Some of the primary symptoms are having the inability to create balance with how we feel from a mood perspective. The reason for this is because the toxins can actually not allow us to produce some of those brain chemicals at the levels that are desirable to not have these types of symptoms when we have this toxic load or burden. Chemical messengers in our brain, such as serotonin and dopamine, which really help us to keep both balanced and calm with our mood, but also feel strong, motivated, energized, and vibrant. Those are not going to be produced in high enough amounts if we have a high toxic load or burden in the liver and especially in the gut. To get to a solution for this, it's not going to necessarily be something that is driven by our hormones. And so HRT, whether it be an option for you or not, for potential different reasons, possibly this one as well, it may not get you exactly to where you want to be if you have a large toxic load or burden in your body that you're just not aware of and you don't understand how to rebalance it and you don't really know how and why it could be impacting how you're feeling. So we need to do the labs to understand this first. So I'd always make sure that we do the testing to look at the liver and the gut health. Two of them combined together is how it came out. And the way that we can do this testing is through both urine testing and stool testing. And it really helps us to gain answers as to what are the levels of those neurochemicals, those messengers, serotonin, dopamine, and there are others that help us to support and balance mood and this feeling of motivation, desire, vibrance, ability to get things done. So we can check on those levels. And even deeper than that, we can check and see if they're out of balance. Why? Where is the imbalance in your liver and your gut from a toxic load and burden perspective that's impacting your ability to produce these neurochemicals? So again, there is a way to get the answers here. We just need to make sure that we're doing the right things. We're paying attention to your history. We're paying attention to, for potentially, did you have antibiotic, or you were really young as a child or at some point in your adult life? Did you have some sort of exposure to different toxins that you may or may not be aware of? It may have come in from food and the environment that way. It may have come in from the air that you're breathing, or as a child, it may have come from an environment that you were living in your home or in your mid-adult life. There's lots of different ways and clues for us to ask the right clues as functional health practitioners to get the answers so we can do the right lab testing and help you devise a plan to learn how to rebalance your gut and your liver health naturally so that you can start to get the balance back in your brain health and how you're feeling as you move towards and into that transition into menopause. And if you're wondering what you potentially could do with the first steps to learn how you could start to get some of the balance back in your gut, this is where a lot of those chemical messengers are produced. I do invite you to join, if you can, my 5-day free gut health challenge. That's coming on September 18th. It's coming very, very soon. And within that challenge, you will learn some techniques for balancing gut health through natural means, both through diet and lifestyle. And you'll also learn potentially what you could do beyond that to get the answers to rebalancing your gut health that could involve rebalancing those neurochemicals, those signalers, those transmitters around serotonin, dopamine. There's also norepinephrine, epinephrine, and there are more. So that's where we would start to work one-on-one individually. But this gut health challenge is free. I certainly invite you to join it so you can learn some of the techniques and tips you could put in place right away to start getting you feeling more balanced in life. But there are ways we can dig deeper as well to develop an individualized plan. And if you are ready to dive into that right away, you can always reach out to me at my website, www.angelasimpsonfunctionalmedicine.ca. There is a place there for you to book a contact with me, and we can have a one-on-one 20-minute consult, which is free, for us to understand if it may be a good fit for us to work together to help you optimize your hormone health and wellness, both now and for the long term. Thank you so much for watching. I hope to potentially see you in that challenge. There will be a link for you to be able to click and sign up if you like. And again, if you want more information about how you could potentially work with me, feel free to reach out to me through my website. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.